welcome to today's video. This is a B1 level grammar lesson. We're continuing our discussion of the causative passive. This is part 2 of having something done. So see if you can make some sentences to answer the question, what did they have done, for each of these pictures? And you can feel free to share your sentences in the comments, and I can provide you with some feedback. So Gerald had his dog groomed. They had their lawn mown. I would actually say mowed, probably. Mown, I think, is a little bit more British English. Gina had her portrait painted, and Avery had her clothes dry cleaned. So remember, the causative passive does not use the passive voice, but it is passive in meaning. So here's an example of active. A mechanic repaired my car last week. The passive, my car was repaired by a mechanic last week. And the causative passive, I had my car repaired by a mechanic last week, or I got my car repaired by a mechanic last week. So remember, in most cases, we can use get or have with the same meaning. I'm getting my haircut is the same as I'm having my haircut. So now make 2 sentences for each group of words. You can pause the video, try these on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So Tony is having his roof fixed, or Tony is getting his roof fixed. John is having his car washed, or John is getting his car washed. And is having her apartment cleaned. Nicole is getting her apartment cleaned. Sometimes get and have can produce a different meaning. Gina had Simon fired is not the same as Gina got Simon fired. When both the subject of the sentence and the subject of the complement are living features, there is a difference in the meaning. So Gina got her neighbor injured. So Gina accidentally left a shovel on her driveway. Gina's neighbor Rachel tripped on it and hurt herself. Gina did not expect or want this to happen to Rachel. Gina had her staff member fired. Gina organized and planned to do this. She didn't like the staff member, so she spoke with the boss. The boss fired the staff member based on what Gina said about the staff member. So now you're going to match the sentence to its cause. Go ahead and pause the video, try these on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So cause 1, Benjamin didn't think Lily worked there. He wrote a report. The boss read the report and agreed with him. The boss fired Lily. So Benjamin had Lily fired from her job because he meant to do it. Lily told some gossip about the boss to Benjamin. He told other people, and eventually the boss heard about it. That would be Benjamin got Lily fired from her job. It was not his intent, but that was what happened as a result of his actions. Tony and Allison went on a picnic. Allison left her handbag and purse in Tony's car. While they were eating in the park, someone stole Tony's car and everything in it. So Tony, sure, on this one, these are pretty similar, so let's take a look. So A is cause one. Tony got Allison's purse stolen because Tony didn't really have anything to do with it. But here, Tony is a thief. He noticed that Allison kept a lot of money in her purse. Tony called a friend, and that friend stole Allison's purse. So here, Tony had Allison's purse stolen. Now read each scenario and then make a causative passive construction with have or get and use the verb in pink. You can go ahead and try these on your own and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. Rachel and Ella were in the car. Rachel told Ella to drive faster and faster. Eventually, the police stopped Ella and fined her $300 for speeding. Rachel feels terrible. So we could say Rachel got Ella fined $300 for speeding. Rachel and Ella are neighbors. Rachel doesn't like Ella's dog because it barks all the time. Rachel made a formal complaint to the city council, and Ella was fined $250 for noise pollution. So this one, Rachel had Ella fined $250 for noise pollution. Tony and Jim liked the same girl. While they were drinking and talking with the girl, Jim called over the bouncer and said that Tony was using bad language. Tony was banned from the bar, so Jim had Tony banned from the bar. Jim and Tony played on the same football team. Tony went on a long vacation. Tony told the football coach that he had to prepare for exams. Jim accidentally told someone that Tony was in Thailand. Unfortunately for Tony, the coach heard, and Tony was banned from the football team. So Jim got Tony banned from the football team. So remember, we can use the causative passive for unlucky situations. I got my car stolen last month. They had their vacation canceled. Jeremy got his arm fractured in an accident. And we can use either have or get for unlucky experiences. So what is the best explanation for this event? Percy got his car towed by the police. So Percy was very unlucky. His car broke down and he called the police. He left his car in a no parking zone and the police saw it. Probably C. This would be an unlucky event. Jane was furious. She heard that Alex hit his dog. She told him to stop it, but he said, "It's my dog and it's none of your business." Jane called the police. The police came and arrested Alex. Did Jane get him arrested, or did she have him arrested? Well, she had him arrested because she called the police. This was intentional. So she had him arrested. Nathan is in hospital. His arm is fractured. He was helping an elderly gentleman cross the street when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a taxi came past and hit him. Is this an unfortunate incident? Yes. And so for this one, you could use either have or got. Jonah has a very black eye. A few months ago, he borrowed some money from some mafia guy named Sam in the city. He forgot to pay back the money to Sam, and let's just say that Sam called some friends. The friends beat up Jonah. So who had what done? So Sam had Jonah beaten up. So have you ever had any bones broken? Have you ever had anything stolen? And if you had, please go ahead and share those experiences in the comments. Also, have you ever had anyone fined? And have you ever had anyone fired from a job? Again, you can share those ideas in the comments. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, participate in the comments for some feedback, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.